Ryan Bader is the new Bellator heavyweight champion after taking out Fedor Emelianenko in the heavyweight Grand Prix over the weekend. He adds the 2 belts he won on the night to the light heavyweight title he already owns. It was an early evening for Emelianenko as the first punch Bader threw found the Russian MMA icon's chin and put him on his back. A couple of hammer fists later, and it was all over. Adriano Moraes has taken back one championship's flyweight belt, decisioning Jehej Eustaquio with a dominant display of grappling at Heroes Ascent on the weekend. Moraes climbed all over the Team Lakai fighter, nullifying the champion's striking with his world-class BJJ. In the 4th round, Eustaquio showed the hidden benefits of Wushu training, as Moraes locked in a Suluev stretch but was unable to finish due to the Filipino's unbelievable leg flexibility. It was the 3rd fight between the two, and the clear decision makes up for Moraes' split loss 6 months ago and gives him a 2-1 advantage. The belt isn't a bad touch either. And Loen Tananes remained undefeated in the first fight of the lightweight Grand Prix. First, out-wrestling and then out-pounding Honorio Benario to get the stoppage in the first. And one championship's biggest event ever just got bigger. Their March 31st event in Tokyo has added its 4th title fight, with Bibiano Fernandez to challenge bantamweight champion Kevin Bellignon to complete their trilogy. This joins Edward Falaing versus Shinya Aoki for the lightweight title. Angela Lee returning and moving up to challenge Xiangjin Nan for the strawweight strap. And Onla Nsung meeting Ken Hasegawa in a replay of their classic for the middleweight title. The card also features the long-awaited debut of star signings Eddie Alvarez and Demetrius Johnson. So it's got to be one of the biggest cards in MMA history. If you don't know, now you know. And Conor McGregor, Khabib Nurmagomedov, and Jon Jones have all had rulings handed down by the Nevada State Athletic Commission for their recent violations. For his part in the post-fight brawl at UFC 229, McGregor has been fined $50,000 and suspended 6 months. The suspension is backdated, so he will be eligible to fight again in April. Nurmagomedov, the instigator in that brawl, has been hit with 9 months and $500,000, half of his purse for the fight. Bizarrely, he was told he can receive 3 months off the suspension should he record an anti-bullying PSA. Afterward, the Eagle, who was not present at the hearing, tweeted a typically terse 2-word response: "Politics forever." And Jon Jones has agreed to submit to additional drug testing leading up to his UFC 235 headline in return for a provisional 1-fight license. Jones is set to become the most drug-tested person on the planet in 2019. Keith Thurman has made a triumphant return to the ring after a 22-month injury layoff to defend his super WBA middleweight title with a majority decision over Josecito Lopez. Thurman dropped Lopez in the second with a pristine check hook, but Josecito took the offensive, troubling the champ right to the finish. The scorecards were diverse, with one judge scoring it even, while another scored it for Thurman 117-109. And English super middleweight George Groves has announced his retirement from boxing at the age of 30. Groves became a household name in Britain during his 2 losses to unified champion and countryman Carl Froch, the second of which being one of the biggest fights in UK history. He finally won a belt on his 4th attempt in May 2017, winning the vacant WBA super middleweight belt, which he took all the way to the final of the World Boxing Super Series, eventually losing it to Callum Smith. Over the years, I have seen and sadly known the dangers of the sport, and I want to respectfully bow out while I'm at the top of my game, Groves posted on Instagram. Henry Corrales scored a shocking come-from-behind knockout in the co-main event at Bellator 214, starching Aaron Pico out of nowhere. And former WWE star Jake Hager got his MMA career off to a good start, tapping J.W. Kaiser in his debut. And in the boxing, Jaime Munguia held his title with a violent, unanimous decision over Takeshi Inoue. Xu Can scored an upset over Jesus Rojas to become China's third boxing champion, and Hannah Gabriels easily beat Sarah Dwyer to retain her belt. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.